welcome to Home and Hearth Living. We're going to make one of our family favorites here, which is baked beans. And we do like to make our own baked beans. That way we can kind of control the sugar and the content of it and what we like. We like bacon bits. We like lots of bacon bits. So I've already browned some up and crispied them up and then broken them up into, you know, fair decent chunks. But I made sure it was really extra crispy. You want to make sure it's really extra crispy on that, okay? And then for these baked beans, we have used navy beans. I used the last of the navy beans and a good portion of, or some of the pinto beans here. We just got a generic brand. And normally you would have to soak your beans the night before you go and make your baked beans or your chili or bean soup or whatever else like that. But in this instant pot sort of recipe, because of the pressure, you don't have to. So we have already done the first part because it took about 50 minutes, almost an hour. And this is 4 cups of dried beans. So that approximately, it was about 16 ounces. That's what the recipe asked for. So when I weighed that out on our scale, it was about 4 cups of dry beans. So, and then you need about 8 cups of water. And I did add 8 cups of water plus a small bag of chicken stock. But it you know, you have to drain it, so, you know, more water is fine with the cooking part. Because you're cooking them first, and then now we're going to end up making the beans. Sorry, that was no glass of water. Okay, so since our bacon is already crispy, and we don't have any fresh onion, I have dried onion, and that's in here. So I have the ketchup, which is a half a cup, and then 2/3 of a cup of barbecue sauce, whether it's store-bought or your own homemade. And then I have about 3 tablespoons of dried onion, and then I have the 2 tablespoons of the spicy mustard, okay? And then in this little measure cup right here, I have the water as well as the cider vinegar, okay? And the salt went in when we were baking the beans the first time around. I think there's going to be enough salt with the bacon bits. I don't think we need that. So, okay, so now we're going to put the beans back in. Okay. And the liquid. And then we're going to add the brown sugar. We needed brown sugar too. Okay. So put that in there. We're just pretty much going to stir it all in. There's our barbecue and ketchup mixture. Okay, pop that there. And let's give that a stir. Okay, get it all incorporated. I just baked the beans just before this and had them rinsed and cooled. They want you to rinse them in cold water and let them cool. And then you add them back in. But because we've already done our bacon and we're not browning our onions, we're doing it this way. Okay. And I did allow for a little bit extra moisture for those dried onions, okay? So I put about 1/4 cup extra water. But I'm looking at it now and I may still want to add a little bit extra, okay? And then there's all of our bacon bits. Okay. Crispy bacon. And that was just 1 package of bacon. And it did say 8 pieces. Ours was about 10. Just because it was convenient to put 10 in, and then there was 1 each for us to munch after it was done. Okay, so stir that up. I think I'm going to put just a little bit extra moisture in there, only because of those dried onions. So if you had your regular store-bought onions, you wouldn't have to worry about it. But I'd rather have it a little bit extra. So just a little over 1/4 cup. Okay. There we go. I like that little sloppiness to it. And then those onions will puff up in there too. So, all right. Scrape the side. Okay, and then after we have everything in there, it did say bell peppers, but we don't do that in the house because I'm allergic. So that's why a little bit extra bacon and maybe a little bit extra onion. And so we just secure the lid, close the steam valve, and cook on manual high pressure for 15 minutes. Okay, so let's grab our lid. Lock it on. High pressure. 15, so take it down to 15. This is an 8-quart. Okay. And then that's it. Let's do a thing. Okay. So we'll check it out when it's done. All right. So just to do a little, before we skip away there, do a little recap. That was 16 ounces of dry beans, either navy or pinto or mixed like we did here. 8 cups of water and salt, and that's the first step. You want to cook those on pressure for 25 minutes. So it obviously takes time to build up the pressure, and then it's cooking, and then to come down after pressure, okay? And then you got 8 slices of bacon, which you can cut up and fry ahead of time. 1 whole onion or yellow onion, and then it says half green or bell pepper, but like I said, we don't put that in there, but you can do whatever you like. And then it's got the 2/3 cup of barbecue sauce, the 1/2 cup of ketchup, the 2 tablespoons of spicy brown mustard, the 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke, but we don't have any, and we're opting to have that out. We're okay with that. 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of water. So that goes with the last part as you're cooking and that's it. And that is a very simple, easy recipe. It says total time 1.5 hours, prep time 10 minutes, cook time 1 hour and 20 minutes. So I guess we'll see. All right, we'll see you shortly. The timer has beeped on the Instant Pot, and our baked beans with bacon and dried onions and all that sort of good flavoring are inside. So let's take a little look. You might get a little fogged. Sorry. Oh, you did. Oh, I'm sorry. Not supposed to use my finger. I'm supposed to use a cloth. And I don't have a cloth. Oh, I do too. Okay. There we go. That's not bad. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All right, let's give that a stir. Ooh. That looks really good. If you could only see it. Let's put it over here a little bit. See it there. There we go. That looks really good. Nice consistency of beans to bacon and sauce. It smells really good. I did add a little pepper, but that's just me. Give it a good stir. Of course, it'll probably thicken up. And like I said, we use pinto and navy in this. Just put that there. Put a little scoop in my bowl. And give it a little taste test. I don't know. Looks really good, doesn't it? On the bowl. And then we have this with fried egg on top, on a piece of toast, or just, warmed up and then toast dipped in it for lunch. There's many different ways. I like the sweet smelliness of the barbecue sauce, that's for sure. I'm going to try and get a little bit of bacon, 1 navy bean and 1 pinto, or a couple navy beans and a pinto bean, and some sauce. And it looks like the onions kind of really bulked up in there too. I can't even see them. They probably pulverized themselves. It smells really good. Those beans are nice and tender. You could probably push them right up against the side of your bowl and they would just squish. Yep, see, they're just squishing. Oh, that's good. And that's some good barbecue sauce too. Very nice. I like that. So what we don't have for our meal, we actually will put inside of a jar and make our own like canned beans. And that'll get pressure cooked and then tossed in the cupboard. And this looks like a good fair size batch. I'd say we get 1 meal out of this and probably 2 jars. 2 small half-pint jars. Definitely out of this. And that's just more money that we've saved. We're getting a meal, and then what gets extra, we're just going to can up. So that is our baked bean recipe. I love it. It tastes really good. It's very similar to the one we used to do on the stovetop. So there's really nothing really different besides the fastness of the pressure of cooking it, okay? So thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you don't miss any of the videos, and we're happy to see you next time. So take care, and big hugs from us, all right? See you soon.